So across the world now, and I'm not talking about just me or the national Gloster, but across the world, people and judges are starting to complain that the Glosters are getting too big, too heavy. People are starting to breed them because they get better feather. You can add volume and we make them rounder by giving them heavier, bigger feather, making bigger birds. But everyone that I've run across is starting to complain about that. Now we have regional likes about what the Glosters are supposed to look like. Some people in England like them this way, some people in Italy like them this way, some people in Mexico like them this way, whatever. Those are regional preferences for what the bird should look like. Now it's the internet and now it's the world. Everybody's starting to look at these varieties and these breeds. And everybody's starting to say Glosters are getting too heavy and too big. A Gloster is supposed to be lively, off the perch, okay? Not birds that are heavy, look heavy, and are constantly hugging that perch. That's not a Gloster. It doesn't matter how good of a feather quality it has, how beautiful it looks. A bird that's smaller, that has better type is going to beat it every single time if there's somebody that understands that is there, okay? Crest is supposed to be round, not oval shaped, not shield shaped. What I mean by shield shape is like, it looks like a nice decent corona in the front, but in the back is kind of almost straight. So then it takes the shape of a shield. Another thing that people really love is when Glosters look like old crest-bred birds or crest birds, like overriding crest, when they have that weeping corona. Guys love that. People love that. The standard calls for a discernible eye. What that means is that you're supposed to look at the bird from the side and you should tell where the eye is. If you can't see the eye, that is too much of a corona. That's a fault. It's not a plus, it's a minus when it comes to showing birds. For breeding, they're excellent. For showing, you should get penalized for that. Okay? But that's not the standard. That's that personal preference that I keep on talking about. People, I love that bird. I love that white bird. I love that yellow bird. But that yellow or white bird may not be the best option. Okay? Perfect example of lively birds, right? Alert, looking, paying attention, nice feather, okay? Soft a little bit, but nice feather, just like that.
Yes.
Nice, cute bird and stuff like that, hugging the perch, long, okay? I'm going to show really quick the people. Okay, this is the new, who breeds Glosters here? Look at that.
That's the new model?
That's the new silhouette. The standard hasn't changed, but that's the new silhouette for the Gloster.
Let me see for the video. Thank you. Very good.
Okay. That's the new silhouette for the Gloster. Gloster that we had before is that it almost has no neck. There is no like a transition here, and in the back there is no little dip there. That no longer exists. Now they want a smooth transition between the back of the head and the back. You want that nice smooth line with a little bit, tiny bit of a hump in the back, just barely discernible, okay? And then a smooth transition from the beak all the way down, and smaller in size. It's even gotten smaller. So that's what they're gonna look for in a really good Gloster from now on. That's what you should be breeding towards. So anything that has a neck,
14.
These are 513, these are 514.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got 313s here. That's 14, 14.
Yeah.
These are all 14.
it's okay. Okay, I seriously doubt that this is a cock. Seriously doubt it, but they put it in the cock class, so I'm not gonna question it. So, if this is a male, if this is an actual cock,
That's a keeper?
it's a keeper. Keep that bird. Whoever has that, keep it. That, by the way, that's the type of cock that you should be using right there. Okay, so first is going to be 293, second is going to be 276, and third is going to be 273. Okay, remember what I said about eye discernible? Can you see the eyes on that bird?
bird. The bird's backwards. The bird's go facing that way. The bird's backwards. Okay, there you go.
Can you see the eyes on that bird?
Aye.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. Yes, of course, if I look underneath it, you can see it. But eyes are supposed to be discernible. Okay, you're supposed to be able to see the eyes. Weeping coronas, extra crested coronas, or overly crested coronas are nice to look at. But okay, here's a clear winner. You know, this bird has exceptional feather quality. You can tell how good the feather quality of this bird is. It's a really nice little bird. But it has a split nape. Oh, it doesn't show it all the time. Doesn't show it all the time. Okay, so first is going to be 225. Second is going to be 375. Third is going to be 208. A little bit of a heavier bird to that. Okay, so that it can have that nice.
These all mixed with Puerto Rican. But you're not Puerto Rican, Daniel, so you're okay.
Hey, there's a Puerto Rican in the house.
I know, you explained that earlier. Isn't it great the way I use rhetoric to get freedom?
Okay, this is a good example of a good Gloster shape-wise. Okay, it's hard to tell because the feather is it's a tiny bit rough. It needs more bass and stuff like that. But it definitely has a split nape. You have like a completely split nape there. See that?
Yeah.
Here.
See that one? Take it.
Okay. Okay, I love this bird, but unfortunately it dirtied its crest so much that they look like pin feathers. So I thought it was pin feathers, but it's not. It's actually the crest is dirty.
Oh, yeah.
Can you watch it? Can I do a blowjob?
No? Holy man. Now that is heavy, right? Looks like a heavy bird. See how it, whatchamacallit, hugs the perch like that, and it just looks like it's heavy. And it has that weeping corona that I was talking about. By the way, one more thing that the person has in here, they have something in the bottom of the cage that is not the standard seed. You got the clubs are set on a standard seed so that it is not considered a marked cage. If the seed is different or anything like that, it should be considered a marked cage, right?
Should be black and white, yeah.
Well, whatever the club decides, if they want to go over it.
20.
As long as everybody is the same, they should be.
Daniel? Daniel.
Maybe you
Yeah.
that little shite seed, cheap seed, with all pillar, color, and all these things, you have to get it from the tree. Well, the heart, I don't know, there's something like that.
Porque yo le pongo como una cabina en el piso para el sol de la humedad. Pero traía una jaula con los bandejas arriba. Y como venía haciendo rápido, se me olvidó y me venía a poner a agarrar la pana. No te das.
Okay, so I'm gonna do something really bad here. Everybody's gonna criticize me for this, but this bird is the best representation of what a Gloster should look like, a corona. Okay, that bird right there. It's really, really decent when it shows itself. This bird is way too heavy, way too big. Okay, this one doesn't even want to show itself at all. Okay,
Doesn't want to show itself.
but the problem with this guy is that it dirtied his corona. Okay, so it dirtied it so much that it looks. I thought they were pin feathers, but on close inspection, it's just dirty. So it has white on the feathers and stuff like that, but it's actually the best specimen of the three. From all three of these, that's the best one. 115.
One what?
Third.
The last one?
115. What I what?
Would you recommend booking and cleaning that up a little bit for sure?
Oh yeah. Some people bathe their birds right before they sell.
Oh no, I know that, but I'm just saying the way that is, you can make it cleaner and tidy up.
Yeah.
Not use water because otherwise.
Okay, where's the ball from? Another problem with the whipping corona, right? Nothing.
You can't see it. He was on the first couple seconds.
Okay, this bird has feathers so long, it actually has one cock feather. Glosters are not supposed to have cock feathers. Okay? So no for Glosters. It might be just one, but it's not supposed to.
Larga.
Okay, so they all have faults. This one has a tilted corona, it's tilted to one side more than the other. It's just a slight tilt, but it's enough to throw the bird off. Okay? This one here has what I tend to call raised corona. Instead of coming down and having that nice quality that comes out, it raises its feathers. So it keeps them raised like that. So, and plus body-wise, it needs a little bit more body. Okay? So do I give it to this one that actually has a tilted corona but a better body, or do I give it to that one that has a decent overall shape? This guy here has 10 feather, size, height. This one now that it's up there, you can see that it's like really narrow on the back. So it's back, there. All it has is the corona going for it, basically. And the weeping corona, I mean by that. So first is going to be $4.95. Second is going to be $5.18. And third is going to be $3.14.
Sorry.
Okay, this bird is very, very nice, but it's hard to judge because it's always down there. The second I put him up there, I said it's so hard to judge, I turn my back, it jumps up on the perch. So when I go to look at it, it's always down there. So it's hard to judge it, right?
It's qualified. In other words,
I wanted to give it a second chance. That's why I brought it back up, because it looked good when it jumped on the perch. And it is a nice bird, but if I can't judge it, I can't put it on.
train your birds.
We don't have specialty awards here, do we? Like best fawn, best cinnamon?
No. Just a Corona 1, 2, 3.
We have a bunch more Coronas as well.
More Coronas than Glosters?
No, just best Corona. We got more for best Corona.
Just start putting them up as they...
I'm a good soldier, Daniel. And take on. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna say anything about that.
I won't either.
I'll stay away from that. You have class 510?
510? No.
165.
Uno que 5 lo pone uno. Se van a venir y tú lo vas a apuntar.
Okay, when a corona is too small that it doesn't complement the body, okay, you can tell right away and you can look at the bird and say,
Fly.
Let me see for the video.
4 corona.
do you have 509s? 509?
No. La corona es muy chiquita para tu cuerpo. Kenny,
Nice, but
he's out.
too big. Body too big for the body. All fine.
The size of the corona has to complement the body. It has to be, if you had a big head, you know, you look off. You look like you're always going to walk like this. If you have a small head, you can notice that too. So you want something that really complements the body.
Proportionate, right?
Okay, this bird is good for old type, the old type that was winning before. Now a different bird is winning. So I put that in the back there, old type.
Michael. ¿Me mete hoy? Aquí tú también.
Déjame ver. Les voy a enseñar. Gracias.
Whoever has cage 392, this bird has beautiful type and size. This is what you probably should be breeding for. But it's very messy. Like it's dirty. So I'm gonna make sure that the guys take a look at this bird or find the owner and make sure they can make sure it's not plugged up or anything like that, okay? Here, Julio. You take care of that. It doesn't look like it, but just in case. Okay, I'm gonna go with what I talked about at the beginning, the guy with the weeping corona, even though you can't see the eyes. The reason I want to tell the person that's gonna win here to be really careful with that, because although it looks good, it's not standard. But it is the best representation today of what a Gloster should look like, size-wise, body-wise, and stuff like that. It also has a drop wing, okay? And although a drop wing is a fault, okay, I'm not gonna penalize as much as the other one. The other two have bigger faults than that, so I'm not gonna penalize it just for that. So even though I put a bird with drop wings first, it doesn't do it all the time, okay? But it's a really, really, really nice little bird. It had a really nice roundness all the way from the top to the bottom of the beak all the way down. It's really nice and round. This one has a break in the belly. It comes down round and then has a flat and then goes around like that. And the corona is a little, it's a little bit too loose. Beautiful size on this one. I love the size of this bird. Okay. But it has, a couple of little faults, as well. It's not as robust and it doesn't look as finished as that one. It needs like a little more volume to the body. Also on the back, it's a little lacking on the back. But overall, it's a really decent. I love this little head. It's a really decent little bird. But that guy over there, if it's a male, definitely keep it. Okay, if it's a female, be careful about what you pair it to. Okay? So one is going to be 253.
253.
Yeah. Two is going to be 225. Okay, really quick here. This bird here has such definition in the neck that okay, I'm going to say this in the best way I can possibly say. It has a five-like quality. It doesn't look like a five, okay, that's not what I'm saying, but it has a five-like quality because it has a really defined neck, okay? That's old-fashioned, what can I call it, Glosters, okay? This one is very racy, very tight, and very sharp. This one here has a tiny head compared to the body, okay? Really small head compared to the body. Very small head compared to the body. So you want a really nice marriage between the head and the body. Okay, but we're gonna have drop wings and everything too. $300 first, $294 second.
Ito na sa titang mo.
¿Tú tienes la clase 633?
No.
328, número 328. ¿Tienes la clase 621?
No.
Aula 325. No habla. Tiene la clase 610. Aula 224. 55. Miller
Are you feeling left out?
Okay, in the Gloster fancy, they don't. I'm going to tell you one thing really quick. If you go to show at the National Gloster Club, mutations such as this one are not going to be. They're going to be kicked out. They're not going to be given a fair chance. Okay. So you can tell the color of this bird is very different, right?
Yeah.
Than a normal green. Right? See the color? So any mutation like that, the Isabel, agate, opal, you know, any of the Enos, anything like that, if you bring them to the show, I'm telling you now because last year I saw it. They got judged, but they got kicked out to the end. They were not even considered.
What color is that though?
Okay, the color judge would probably say I'm thinking. Go ask the color judge real quick. You know Spanish?
It's an agate. It's a green agate.
Yeah, that's what but I want to make sure that he said because
Don't interrupt him.
it's 2 minutes.
We're already talking.
No, we already got it. Green agate.
Oh, okay. Go on. So I just want. He's the expert in that.
They already asked
We already asked.
I read it.
I don't know, it's not my board anyway, but I'd say it's a safe bet to say it's between the three of you guys. I'm just guessing.
I'm not talking about it. I can't show them. They'll be really highly unethical. Even though I would probably knock down my birds right away. Do you have class 618?
Yes. He says the colorful blue.
No, blue is that's not a color.
No. See?
It's an agate.
He says keep it in.
It's an agate.
It's an agate. It's an agate crystal.
Let's go for this one.
But I think that bird should not be judged by color. It should be judged regardless of whatever color. I love it, little hands like this, but as you can tell, she squats. She has a sway back, and she drops the wings because of that you know, thing. When she sways her back, she raises her tail, so the wings drop. So, and she hugs that perch way too much. A Gloster should be off the perch, okay? And so it's so fun. So, I like little heads like this to use to try to get better birds, but I would not keep it in the room permanent. Okay, they all have faults. I'm not gonna say that they don't. They all have faults. But this one is actually dirty in the face, and that's why it doesn't show itself any better. And it's also too square on the, too down on the perch. See how it's frequently and constantly hugging that perch. And it has a protruding chest instead of a nice smooth transition between the neck and the vent. It doesn't have that nice transition. This little hen here, and it also has a little bit of a brush cheek. This hen here is very nice. I like it very much. But she also has a brush cheek on the right hand side. Okay? She drops her wings a lot, but it's a decent representation of what you should get if it stood up a little bit better, at a better angle. They have better position. Let me put it that way. But for size, type, and those qualities, they have really good qualities. The head could use a little bit more dome, okay? But that's what we have today. Okay.
You got that, Sammy? Yeah, I think
First
so.
is going to be 326.